two schools, but it's one that could easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. Glad to have you with us from Bank of America Stadium, home to the Panthers here in Charlotte, North Carolina. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Finds a little bit of space, he'll get 3 out to the 15. LSU quick to the line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Bryant. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust.
Throws toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup. But the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
Boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Offense in an empty set. looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. A strike downfield. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. They get to him as he throws. Just a little off. Incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll start this drive firing. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now they'll try the right side. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. A little floater there that falls incomplete. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
It's so nice. Know it's 3rd and long. You know a pass is coming. You worked on it all week. Get your feet set in the sticks. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed. Get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And that's where it comes to rest at midfield. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To the air on 2nd down. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here's the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Clark.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. A designed run for the quarterback. Bulldozes his way through. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown LSU!
And this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCF has the lead right now, but this night's crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside the bounce house. They're up by 7 over Temple. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out quickly. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night. Got room on the return. offense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Final play of the quarter coming. Going to swing it on second down. This time it's complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Offense changing the play. Going to look downfield again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams, because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
These slot receivers are being featured and highlighted in every great offense in college football. You find guys with that kind of speed, and now you isolate them on safeties, on linebackers, and big plays follow.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Montgomery. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab down the middle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down for 4 after the big pass play.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Looking to get it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, the red zone, the field starts to shrink as a defense. I don't drop as far in my drops now. I got to understand, I'm getting back quick. That ball is going to come out. Nice job by the defense reacting to the pass and going and making a physical tackle.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Gator! Fit it in the window for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Still just a 2-possession game. A lot of time to go as they try for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. LSU right back to the line.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to take a shot. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Tigers will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Makes the grab. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Makes the catch. It's Montgomery. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now, let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Ball State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Looking to throw on first down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions. completions, and they need to find a way on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's a great idea by this defense, man. Third down, it's money down. Where are they going to go? They're going to go to their go-to guy. And what does the defense do? They double team him, take him away, and force the fourth down.
They kick it away on fourth down. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Gator! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Got him downfield. It's a running room. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And right down the middle. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. He fires to the left side. And it's his fourth interception of the game. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to print the field position with the return. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. LSU quick to the line. Barrels ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Motion from the wideout. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick. Ball is loose. Find some fresh air. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The ball back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. At the 45, on his way. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Looking downfield on first down. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to UNLV. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And as he throws, the quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Wants to fire on second down. This one's complete.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Gators come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Looking to throw for it. It's complete to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Montgomery. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Clark. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Abrams. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The snap sets up the throw. Looking for the score! And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Bring in the heat. can't make the connection, then the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passive situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
The sweet feet buy a little time. He might have gotten way too greedy there, held it too long, and couldn't throw it away to avoid the loss.
And you really need your quarterbacks, man, to understand, like, to stay on schedule. And we can't take those big losses, right? So once I start to scramble around and I'm trying to buy time or I'm trying to make a big play, like, give it up, get north-south, throw the football away. You can't just turn, run out of bounds, and take that big loss.
Here's a heat. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, is the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Right down the middle. On target to the left. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. LSU right back to the line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, LSU.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his big tight end. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. To the air, it's Applewhite. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
Well, that play never...